Aloha. You guys, Carissa Moore is here.
Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Oh my God, Carissa Moore is in the house. It's so exciting. Carissa Moore, five-time, world champion surfer, Olympic gold medalist. And she's right here in the home, the former home of Doris Duke, who spent a lot of time surfing with the kahanamokus, swimming, just out here. She loved water. And so everybody, Ben and the whole team, we were like, we've always, forgive me, I'm going to gush for a second, but we were like, one day Carissa Moore being in Doris's house would be the most amazing thing. So it's just it's huge. I'm so glad you're here. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. So let me ask you just a question or two. The New York Times back in January published a profile. It's a really good profile of Carissa. And the headline was something like, an Olympic champion goes in search of her new identity. And it said, I'm going to pull out the subhead. It said, in preparing to step away from surfing, Carissa Moore confronts a question many people face when they make a big change in life. Who am I if I don't do this anymore? So, how did you come to that decision? Was there one single moment? Was it something unfolding? And how are you on the journey so far in making this step away, or this expansion maybe, and just tell us how you're thinking about where you are on this incredible journey and decision.
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for having me here tonight. It is an honor to be at this beautiful palace. I have surfed Cromwell's like my whole life, and I have seen the beautiful red pillars from the ocean and dreamed of coming up here. And I can't believe it's taken me this long.
Welcome home.
Thank you. It's awesome to be able to share this evening with my mom. It's her first night actually ever being here as well, so that's pretty cool. And my good friend Mimi, who is here with me as well. But just to be in the presence of so many powerful women tonight is truly an honor. So thank you for including me and having me here tonight. But no, I am feeling really good, actually. It's been a few weeks, maybe a little bit over a month since I made my announcement that I decided to step away from competing full-time on the championship tour. And at first, I have to be honest, it was really scary. I was scared of what people would think. I think there is the weight of expectation of what I should be doing, what the definition of success looks like, and the potential that I still have. But there's been an aching in my heart to do something different and something new for a few years now and a few seasons. I think after I won my world title and the Olympic gold in 2021, I felt really content. It was the first time I was like, okay, well, now what? What more do I need, And I think that's kind of when I started asking the question of what's next. And to make this decision to walk away is it's really scary to be out of control and to not have it all planned out. And to step into uncertainty, to take that leap of faith. But I'm following my heart, and I feel like most of the time when I've followed my heart, it's ended up better than I could imagine. So, yeah, I've done it, and I'm a little, I don't think I'm completely lost, but I'm a little lost. But I'm enjoying being lost, and I think that sometimes when I wander, that's when I end up stumbling across the greatest gems and gifts in life. And so, I'm embracing being lost, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
You're in addition to being iconic, I think it's too early to call you a legend. At what point? I mean, you're a legend, but and you're iconic, and all of those words. You're it feels like it's a word that's used too often these days, but your true authenticity and your relatability for someone who has done incredible things with your life so far is just so remarkable, and so appreciated, so inspiring. We had, I think you heard pieces of this. We had some amazing women in conversation with Kristen before, and they were talking about moments in their life when they realized their creativity, their power, their agency. And I'm wondering if you have a moment or two or something you want to share with us in terms of when you kind of realized your power.
My power. Ooh. I think I don't know if there was one moment that I can say that I have found my power, but I feel the most powerful when I'm in the ocean. I feel the most connected to myself, the most strong when I'm in the ocean. It's also those moments where I'm pushed up against the wall and I have to fight for something and I dig deep and I overcome. I find that that's when I feel the most powerful. And so I feel like I've had a few of those throughout my career. And yet again, I'm facing another one of those moments where I'm kind of having to dig deep and find my own strength. And I'm trying to find my power again.
I think you'll find it. We all have faith that you will, and we're rooting for you. I think it's interesting to ask influential people where they find their influential and inspirational, where they find their inspiration. Is there a place? You said the ocean. Is there other people or places where you go to find kind of your inspiration and your kind of ability to refuel?
I think one of the ways that I really refuel is with my family. My mom, my dad, my sister, they're all really creative and incredible people. And I don't ever really, I don't know, I don't really consider myself the most creative person, but leaning on my family and my community and like when I give back and share the love and the joy, I think that really gives me a lot. So, yeah.
Thank you. I shared with you and Mimi and Nahed over email in advance of this statistic that there's been a lot of research and studies done that women tend to get promoted based on their past performance, whereas men tend to get promoted based on their potential. And there's been a decent amount of studies on this, and I wanted to say it out loud here tonight because someone like you, Carissa, you have so much. Your accomplishments are absolutely impressive, and who you are, it continues to be impressive, and how you bring yourself to the world is inspiring. And it's not just about the past and the present, it's about the potential and the future. So I wanted to talk a little bit about More Aloha. And for you as the creator and founder, and by the way, More Aloha is like the best name for a charitable foundation. I mean, so if you could talk a little bit about what you want to do, maybe tell the audience a little bit about More Aloha and what it is and what you want to do with it. And yeah, why don't we start there?
Okay. Well, I started my charitable foundation, More Aloha, in 2018, and it actually was born from a place where I was lost. I was really struggling. I wasn't performing well on the championship tour, and I was really lacking purpose and passion. And I was encouraged to find a way to give back because that has always been my way to find back my way back to myself. And so more aloha means more love, and it was always a dream of mine to use my life experiences and what I've been through to help other girls and women create a life of positivity, passion, and purpose. And it can be really challenging, I'm sure, as you all know, to navigate womanhood and growing up as a young girl. And how can we help the next generation and the other women navigate those waves of mental health and wellness? And since the very first camp, the programs have expanded to mentorships and day events and camps and 6-week mentorship programs. It's growing, it's blossoming. We had our first global exchange this past December, right after Christmas. Never again, never again. No, but it was awesome. We did it with Japan, and just to be able to bridge some of those global gaps and connect and help to make friendships and community, that was super important and rewarding. And I just hope to keep doing this and to reach more women, girls all over the world. And yeah, we just did one on Sunday in Maui, in Lahaina, for the girls affected by the Lahaina fires. It was a really joyful day, and I hope that they're able to take something from that moving forward.
What else, when you think about the future and those moments where you're lost and found and lost and found, what else do you want for your future? What other plans, what other possibilities do you see?
I think I've been leaning into this idea more and more that not having a plan, it's not something that I should be scared of, because instead of feeling like I have it all planned out, it just means there's more possibility. And I have a few things, obviously, that I have my heart set on. This year I'm still competing in 2 events in the Tahiti Pro, and I'm also competing in the Olympics. So I'm I'm putting a lot of time, effort, and energy into giving that my best, and then doing a few more Aloha events this year. And I'd love to start a family with my husband in the near future. But I'm going with the flow, and it's all about sharing the love and the joy. And so I'm going to continue to follow that, and we'll see what happens.
Carissa, do you have anything else you want to say or add as we start to close up our chat and our evening?
I just wanted to say thank you again. I want to come back and actually do a proper tour of this beautiful place and get to know Doris Duke a little bit more in depth. But what I've read about her is that she was an incredible lady, and she took her platform and what she had to give back and pay it forward. And she didn't have to. None of us have to. But the fact that she chose to, I think, is really remarkable and super inspiring. And it's a legacy that lives on in this place.
Thank you for those beautiful words. Thank you so much, Carissa Moore.
Thank you.